All right, today what we're going to do is we're going to learn about angle sum of a triangle. All right, so the first thing I did is is I created a triangle here, and I know it's a triangle because it's a three-sided enclosed figure. All right, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of prove to you what the measure of three angles of a triangle is equal to. So I'm going to take my triangle, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear off each of the angles. So I started by tearing off of Y, and then I'm going to go tear off X. Okay, and then the last angle I'm going to tear off is Z. All right. So with my three angles torn off, I'm going to remove the piece that they were attached to, which is that middle piece. So now all that's left is my angles. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to align these angles and kind of join them together. So I'm going to take X. All right. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to take Y, and I'm going to make sure that the vertex of this Z touches the vertex of X, and I align the sides like so. All right. I'm going to do the same thing with Y. I'm going to take the vertex of Y and align it with the side of Z and line it up just like so. All right. You'll notice something if I can do this right. When I take them and align them, you'll notice having a horrible time doing this. I basically, if I look right along here, I get a straight line. Okay, and we know that a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. So I know that if I take angle X and I add it to angle Y and I add it to angle Z, I get 180 degrees because that's a straight line. So X plus Y plus Z equals 180 degrees. This will work for any triangle that you use. So if I take the measure of three angles of a triangle and I add them together, I'm going to get 180 degrees. Okay. So now what does that look like in an example? Okay. I'm going to draw a triangle here. This triangle is going to have a right angle in it. I'm going to put it right here. Here's the right angle. I also am going to have a measure of an angle here that is 50 degrees. The measure I don't know is this one right here, which is X. Okay, so that's what I need to find out. I know that if I take 50 degrees plus the right angle plus X, I know that I'm going to get 180. So I'm going to take 50 plus that right angle. Right angle is equal to 90 degrees. So this is equal to 90 degrees plus X equals 180. I'm going to combine like terms in this case. I'm going to combine 50 and 90, which is 140. Now I have 140 plus X degrees equals 180. I'm going to solve my equation by subtracting 140. And I end up with X degrees is equal to 40. So that this lets me know that, hey, this measure right here is 40 degrees. All right. Let's look at another example. I'm going to have triangle XYZ. And you're going to use the measure, and then you'll see a little angle symbol. The measure of angle X is 60 degrees. And measure of angle Y, notice that this M means measure. The measure of angle Y is equal to 70 degrees. What is the measure of angle Z? So that's the one I'm trying to figure out. So again, just like before, I know that if I take the measure of these three triangles, X, Y, Z, and I add those together, because this told me it's a triangle, then I'm going to get 180 degrees. So I'm going to take 60, I'm going to add it to 70, I'm going to add it to Z, and I know that I get 180 degrees. Combine like terms, 60 plus 70 is 130, plus Z, I'm going to put a little line through it so I know it's Z. 130 degrees plus Z, so I'm going to subtract 130 degrees because that's what I've learned to do in equations. I subtract it from both sides, I get Z equals 50 degrees. So the measure of that Z is 50 degrees. Okay. One last thing, okay? I have triangle ABC. It has a ratio of 1 to 4 to 5. All right? So basically what that means is this side is 4 times larger than this first side, and this side is 5 times larger than the original one side. All right, and so I need to think about it like that. So how I would do this one is I would create a variable. I would start by creating this 1 ratio and assigning x to that angle. So we'll call it angle A. So this is going to be angle A, this is going to be angle B, this is going to be angle C. So angle A, we are going to assign x. Angle B is going to be assigned, well, I know that it's 4 times larger than A. So I'm going to assign that as 4x, because 4 times x is 4 times larger. And then angle C, which is a ratio of 5 to 1 according to angle A, that is going to be 5x. I know that if I take those three, x plus 4x plus 5x, I know I'm going to still get 180 degrees. So I combine like terms. These are all x's, so I'm going to combine them. X plus 4x is 5x. 5x plus 5x is 10x. I have 10x equals 180. I divide by 10. I get x equals 18 degrees. So I figured out that x is 18 degrees. Well, what is x? In this case, x is A, angle A. So I know that angle A is equal to 18 degrees. Angle B is equal to 4 times 18 degrees. And angle C is equal to 5 times 18 degrees. So if I take 4 times 8, I get 72. Takes 5 times 18, I end up with 90 degrees. So it tells me that angle A is 18 degrees, angle B is 72 degrees, and angle C is 90 degrees. So there's the measure of my 3 triangles, or 3 angles in that triangle. And if I look at that, 18 plus 72 is 90, 90 plus 90 is 180.